Hey sisters! Today I'm going to talk to you about how to feel like your pre-PCOS self again. Whether you've had PCOS your whole life or symptoms just suddenly started to appear, feeling bloated, fatigued, hangry all the time, it shouldn't be something you have to deal with forever. Believe it or not, you can feel like your pre-PCOS self again and reverse all your symptoms. You're not going to want to miss these tips. Now, before I get into it, I want you to close your eyes and visualize yourself symptom-free. Imagine you ate a meal and you don't feel bloated afterwards. Or maybe it's the late afternoon and you actually have energy to get through your day without a nap. Imagine one of your symptoms and think of what it would be like to thrive without that symptom every single day. It's so easy to make having PCOS something that's normal or just accepted as part of our daily lives, but I want you to stay focused on the vision of living symptom-free and really believe in it so it motivates you as you take the small steps towards better health. My first most important tip is discovering your PCOS type and treating the root causes. Start learning what's going on with your body underneath those symptoms. Trust me, you're not gaining weight because you're eating too much. You're not having cravings because you don't have any self-control. You're not feeling fatigued just because you're lazy. These are all annoying little judgments that keep us stuck and make us think there's nothing we can do about PCOS. If you haven't already, check out the quiz in my bio to help you understand your PCOS type and take your next steps. You can have one PCOS type or you can have all 4 PCOS types with varying degrees of severity for each. Whatever it may be, you're gonna want to figure it out because that's how you'll know what your next most important step should be in terms of lifestyle changes. I remember years ago, I had a teacher who was a dietitian actually, and she literally told me that maybe this is just how my body is and I have to accept that and just deal with it. And I was like, am I supposed to accept feeling bloated and fatigued and moody and just have cystic acne for the rest of my life? I don't think so. Nobody told me it was possible to harness my metabolic hormones and get my body to naturally lose weight and reverse my symptoms. I just became afraid of food and calories instead. And that leads me to my next tip. Instead of cutting out all your calories, try going gluten and dairy free for 30 days to see how you feel. Gluten and dairy are known inflammatory foods that can disrupt metabolic hormones like insulin. So going gluten and dairy free can give you an edge in fighting these root issues of PCOS. PCOS is an inflammatory endocrine disorder, which means that anything that triggers inflammation could lead to bloating, weight gain, low energy, irritability, and acne. You won't know if you're sensitive to gluten and dairy unless you actually cut it out for at least 30 days and then reintroduce it back into your diet to see how you feel and if your symptoms flare up. If this sounds daunting to you, trust me, sister, I've been there and I have all the tools you need. We've created the Sisterhood where you get access to gluten and dairy-free meal plans and recipes. Not just that, but also a community of sisters who are in our private Facebook group and they're there cheering you on every step of the way. I've linked it in the description below if you want to check it out. With that being said, it's important to know a bit about the impact that gluten has on us. There are studies that show that gluten can reduce the effectiveness of a hormone called leptin by 50%. Leptin is the hormone that tells us we're full and that we should stop eating. So when it's not sensitive enough, we don't get that signal and then we feel hungry all the time. Comment below if you've ever felt hungry all the time, like a bottomless pit. Dairy can also make you feel hungry all the time. It contains a protein called casein, which converts into casomorphine and works on the brain's opiate receptors, making you feel addicted to cheese. If this is something you struggle with, you're not alone because science says that cheese can be addicting. Cutting it out for 30 days will help you understand whether or not gluten and dairy is having an impact on your symptoms. Not sure if you should give it a shot? Look what happened when this sister gave our PCOS weight loss method a try. Hey sister, I have a personal weigh-in every Monday to log my progress. I weigh myself every day to keep myself motivated. Today I weighed in and added 2 more pounds to my total weight weight loss. I was so nervous about it because it wasn't a perfect week. I went out to eat and didn't go 100% gluten and dairy free. I felt that later. I had some cookies and ice cream last week, etc. Typically, when I have a week like that, I gain weight or there's no change. I found I have become afraid of food. Like if I have one slip up or unhealthy moment a day, I won't lose any weight. I don't work out every day, and I used to fight myself on that and feel bad about it. Today, I realized with my insulin resistance, I was working against my body instead of with it. Today, I work out when I can. Sometimes it requires a push off the comfy couch, but when I'm tired and really into it, I will give myself that rest. Today, I choose to eat gluten and dairy free because of the way I feel. I allow myself a logical amount of dessert when I crave it, and I eat when I'm hungry. My relationship with food has gotten so much better because I'm not afraid of it anymore. I feel more in control than ever. That's amazing, and that can be you too. So my third tip, listen closely, it's to pick up some weights and do a slow weighted workout. I've personally spent countless hours at the gym and signed up for back-to-back kickboxing classes only to spend a whole lot of energy finding out I didn't need to do that, and it didn't help me lose any weight. The only change I noticed was how high my stress hormones and cortisol levels were, making it almost impossible for me to lose weight. After switching to slow weighted workouts, I went from anxious, exhausted, and shaky feeling after my workouts to relaxed and calm as if I meditated. I loved it, and I felt a little sore too. If you want to give slow weighted workouts a try, join us in the Cysterhood. In there, Sirak, who's my husband and our PCOS personal trainer, has designed a library of slow weighted workouts to help keep stress hormones low while improving insulin sensitivity so you can lose inches around your waist. All right, sister, now you have a few action steps to take to help you get to your goal of living symptom-free. I hope this video helped you feel like you can be more in control of your PCOS, because you can. For more tips on how to manage PCOS, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you soon.